Welcome to the fourth quarter here on Fox 45. I'm Erik Elken. National columnist Gary Parrish said of Dayton's 11 seed and spot in the first four, quote, "I don't think a single person on this planet could intelligently explain that decision." By the look on Archie Miller's face last night, he'd say, "Preach, brother." But the reality is the Flyers were the last team in, and now they get to play a home game against Boise State in the first four. I was with the Flyers last night, and once they kind of processed what they saw, they were mad, and it's that anger that UD plans to take out on the Broncos.
Yeah, it's a little disrespectful, but it's all right with us, you know. We get to come out in front of all our fans and just give it one more go at it.
We can't really worry about what we got seeded. We'll just fire back on Tuesday and just try to win as much games as possible. I mean, we can't afford to lose now, so it is what it is.
We just take it as motivation. We didn't necessarily expect the 11th seed. I don't think it's really about the seed. I think it's just more about having to play in a couple of days and the playing game instead of necessarily just being in the second round already.
Now, it's easy for the players and coaches to feel like they've been disrespected, but it's another thing when the man who knows the selection criteria better than anyone is baffled. That would be ESPN's Joe Lunardi, a.k.a. Joey Brackett, who had UD as a 9 seed.
Somebody has to explain to me how Dayton is the last at-large team in the field. I didn't think they were a high single-digit seed by any means, but the team to get knocked out had UConn won the AAC championship game. I'm just not buying it. And I'm also not buying Dayton being one of the Final Four at-larges to play in Dayton this coming week.
Meanwhile, it was an expectedly nervous Selection Sunday for Boise State, which knew it was squarely on the bubble. The reaction, as you see there, much more celebratory just to be in the tournament. It's a return trip to Dayton for the Broncos, who played in the first four 2 years ago, also meeting up with an A-10 team then as BSU lost to LaSalle. But this one's obviously different as it's a road game.
I know I heard the Dayton crowd's pretty hostile out there, but I mean, we're just going to go in and get the win no matter what.
Dayton in Dayton. Well, I think our travel's going to be a little harder than theirs. I know that they're 16-0 in their building, and I know they got a great team, and Archie does such a good job coaching them. And so, you know, you get to the NCAA tournament, you're going to play somebody really good. Now we get to play a road game, too.
Fans can get a chance to see both teams on the floor at the arena tomorrow afternoon. The Flyers' open practice runs from 1:35 to 2:15. Boise State follows immediately from 2:20 to 3 p.m. Then Wednesday night, the Flyers and Broncos play for the right to advance to the second round in Columbus against Providence. Tip tentatively set for 9 p.m. If you're headed to the arena tomorrow night, here's what's on tap. First, it's a battle of 16 seeds, Hampton and Manhattan. Winner is lucky enough to get Kentucky next. Then Ole Miss returns to UD Arena, where it lost to the Flyers back in December to take on BYU. Winner of that one plays Xavier. A shocker for the UD men last night, but coming up next, why the reaction was much different for the women on Selection Monday. You're watching the fourth quarter on Fox 45.
The 7-10 matchup, Dayton squaring off against Iowa State.
The UD women are back in the tournament for the 6th straight year and thrilled about it. What a difference between their reaction and the shock in the men's faces last night. UD gets Iowa State and doesn't have to go far, just down the road to Lexington. The Flyers are in the same region as UConn, but they thought they might be getting the dreaded 8-9 game, which would mean a potential second-round showdown with the top-ranked Huskies.
When UConn flashed up at the 1 seed, we were all kind of crossing our fingers that we wouldn't pop up next in that 8-9 slot.
I'm excited about the matchup. I like playing in Lexington because our fans can get there, and we've had some great fans. So excited to get to work and see what we can do.
We got a great position. We're going to Lexington. I think it's really close for all our fans to travel, and really just to have this opportunity to play in the NCAA tournament in Iowa State. I think it's a great matchup for us.
Here's a look at the bottom half of the East region. If UD is able to get by Iowa State, Flyers would likely get second-seeded Kentucky on its home floor. Jim Jaber and the team made it clear tonight the goal is to get to the second weekend for the first time in school history. Also, the Wright State women came up short of an NCAA tournament bid, but will be a part of the WNIT field. The Raiders will travel to Toledo Friday night. Tip time not yet decided.